If you were part of the program last week, we started something, and I said there is going to be a competition this morning, and we started it thanks to everyone that sent in their entries. I look through, thanks to my sponsor who has decided to stay anonymous. It says I shouldn't mention his name. It just wants to give out. And coincidentally, tomorrow is his birthday, so he was like, let me give to the children and let me, put a smile on the student faces, thanks to the sponsor of the Smart Brains writing competition. And the question from last week was, I asked you to, give me your New Year tradition. If you joined the program last week, Saturday, we went through some traditions all over the world. I gave an explanation on how it is done all over the world. Nigeria has its special ways. We have the religions, which goes for the crossover night. We also have other kinds. People, doing fireworks. We have parties. We have a lot that goes down. The New Year's Eve. Remember, I mentioned something about New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Do you know what that is? Remember, I'm still going to ask questions because I promised last week that we're going to have the question session, which was not, which couldn't be done last week, Saturday. And I'll try my best possible to do that with you today. Now, I mentioned something about New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. I also mentioned something about how it was done or it's done in other places. There's this place too that, they break plates in front of people's houses, their neighbors' houses, just to wish them luck. A lot of traditions that, is being done all over the world just to celebrate the New Year's Day. And I asked you to write an essay, a composition, not less than 250 words. 250 words. I got about 7 entries, which we'll be doing today. I'll be reading it out. But before we get to that part of the program, I have to teach you how to write and the different kinds of writings we have in English language. I noticed some things. Most of us do not know how to write, and it's going to affect the way I am going to be grading, and it's going to affect the first, second, and third positions. And remember that this competition is going to continue once in a while, and while this is being done, I am also going to teach you some things that you can use while writing your essays. You can use it, interchangeably, or you can just change it to sound more sophisticated. For instance, hand. Instead of saying hand, in addition, you could say that. We'll talk about that today. So, and we have moreover, we have a lot that I'll be teaching you today. Welcome once again to Smart Brains. Let me go on a commercial break. When I do come back, we continue on the program. Don't change the dial. It is still Solutions 939 FM.
ṣe wà yìí mo ti ní ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá nípamọ́ tí ọ̀gá náà bá wá sanwó fún mi lọ́la màá tún fi ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá mìíràn kún tí Ṣẹ́gun náà bá wá sanwó tó jẹ mí á jẹ́ pé màá tún fi ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá mìíràn kún bí ó ṣe máa lọ nìyẹn.
ọ̀gbẹ́ni ìwọ ní tí òun ka ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá tó ń ṣe látẹ̀ gangan àbí.
FCMB Millionaire promo ìkẹwàá ló máa tún ti dé mo ń ṣe ìṣirò oye tí mo máa fi pamọ́ tí yóò fún mi ní àǹfààní láti kópa jẹ̀bùn ìtorí pé ẹgbẹ̀rún mẹ́wàá kọ̀ọ̀kan tí mo bá fi pamọ́ ó lè jẹ́ kí n jẹ̀bùn mílíọ̀nù tó pọ̀.
owó ṣáà ti fowó pamọ́ sínú àkáǹtì rẹ fọ́gbọ̀n ọjọ́ láì gbà èyí lè jẹ́ kó láǹfààní àti jẹ̀bùn mílíọ̀nù kan náírà yálà oníbàárà tuntun ló jẹ́ tàbí ìwọ tó ti wà pẹ̀lú wa tẹ́lẹ̀ láti ṣí àkáǹtì yìí rọrùn púpọ̀ ohun tó nílò àti ṣe ni kó tẹ *329# lórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ rẹ tàbí kó dáwúlóòdù FCMB mobile lórí Google Play Store ńlọ bá tán àǹfààní yìí bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti ọjọ́ kìíní oṣù kejìlá títí di ọgbọ̀njọ́ oṣù kẹsàn-án ọdún 2025 bó o bá ṣe fowó pamọ́ sí iná àǹfààní ẹ̀bùn tó jẹ́ náà ó ṣe pọ̀ sí àmọ̀ràn tí o wí pé àdéhùn àti àsọtẹ́lẹ̀ ń bẹ.
I can't seem to find the right event center for this party.
What's the problem? You sound so worried.
I've been searching for a venue that can handle both the formal ceremony and the casual after party. Nothing seems to fit both moods.
Have you heard of Awenia Arena Event Center?
Awenia Arena? What makes them so special?
They are the perfect blend of elegance and comfort. Their venue is versatile, has the perfect space, event managers, and security for every occasion. And they will work with you to create the perfect setting for every part of your event.
Wow, this is perfect. Awenia Arena really nailed it.
Yes, they did. Visit us at 116 Obafemi Awolowo Way, Iyano Liberty, Okado, Ibadan, or call 0809 360 7888 or 0706 899 4970 to book your event today. Our Winnie Arena Event Center is where your event finds its perfect fit.
Shining, her feathers they glow. Now the jungle is smiling, 'cause our baby's home. Can you feel what I feel? The day has come at last. Our precious jewel has returned. I'll be the first to say welcome back. Oh, welcome back. I said welcome, welcome, welcome back.
You're listening to Smart Brains.
Story time with Auntie Taiwo.
I wiggle my finger. I wiggle my toe. I wiggle my arm. I wiggle my nose. I think that the wiggles are all out of me. Now I can sit down and hear a story. Now I can sit down and hear a story.
The golden egg. There was a small village. A farmer lived on a farm with his wife. They had many animals. One day, he went to the market and bought a dog. They both thought of selling the dog eggs. The next day, he went to the farm and found the dog sitting on an egg. He was happy that the dog had started laying eggs. When he lifted the dog, he found a golden egg. To his surprise, he thought it was a joke, but the egg turned out to be made of real gold. He was elated to discover that he owns a dog that lays golden eggs. He ran to his home and told his wife. They were so happy that the days of hard work were over. They slept peacefully at night and waited eagerly for the next day. After the sunrise, the farmer ran to the farm to find another golden egg. He was amazed to find another one underneath the dog. He was happier than before, as it was true. He ran back to his house to tell his wife. He was out of breath. He breathed heavily and exclaimed, "The dog has done it again. It had laid another golden egg." The wife was happy. A few days passed. The farmer's wife collected the golden eggs one by one. They started talking one day and she said, "It will take years to become rich if the duck lays one egg a day." The farmer said, "You are right, but we cannot do anything. We cannot make the duck lay more eggs." She became impatient with greed. She said, "The duck has all its eggs inside. Why don't we find and collect them all at once?" The farmer wondered and thought it was not a bad idea. He and his wife went to the farm. They caught the duck and killed it. To their surprise, they could not find all the eggs inside the duck. Both the farmer and his wife cried, "Alas, what have we done? We made the biggest mistakes of our lives." The moral of the story is, greed destroys a man's fortune, and also think before you act.
You're listening to Smart Brains.
Falala, falala, make a de falala, falala. Blessings upon my life till they see me for valala. Mama say make I listen to Jah, make I no reason to fall. Man I be living too fast, make I de chill and relax. Life has been good to me, I do not take this with levity. Nothing is new to me, but lucky I'm grateful for everything. The good and the bad and the ugly, all of the joy and the suffering. And then it dawned on me, all that I seek is in front of me. Isha Oluwa ko seni to ye, bí mo ṣe ṣe mi ò mọ̀. I just dey stay on my grind every day, I keep my eyes looking up. As she dey see, I give the glory to God. As she dey see, I give the glory to God. Isha Oluwa ko seni to ye, bí mo ṣe ṣe mi ò mọ̀. I just dey stay on my grind every day. She dey see, I give the glory to God. As she dey see, I give the glory to God. One man food is another man poison. Leave me to make my own choices. Only see me with the people who love me. Love to the ones that have lost me. I came from nothing, made it to something. But every day I'm still working. Send me my money, pay me my money. Anything that's come back on me. 2024, I pray to God, make I no follow. Be motion love, be motion ball. Oluwa show me. Don't know tomorrow. Save me from sorrow. Running amok. Nothing is ever enough. I just stay on my grind every day. I keep my eyes looking up. I keep my eyes looking up.
Listening to
I should
Smart
see.
Brains.
I give the glory to God. I should see. I should see. I give the glory to God. Inshallah, I go send it to you. Be more shame, be more shame. I just stay on my grind every day. I keep my eyes looking up. I should see. I give the glory to God. I give the glory to God. I should see. I give the glory to God.
Did I forget to also mention this morning when I started the program and to remind you that you always need to be grateful whenever it is that you wake up in the morning, and be grateful to God. You have to have your prayers. You need to, be grateful for everything that He has done and be thankful. Well, you heard that story. We've done this before, but I just want to mention it. You need to be patient, and real patient when you're doing things. That is just what I'm going to say this morning. Now let's go to what I said we'll be doing this morning. If you're just joining, this is Smart Brains and Solutions 93.9 FM, and we are going to be talking about ways to write and write good. I mean, I was able to check out your writings. I was able to, read through. Trust me, I read it. And I'll be reading on air this morning. But before I go there, I want to commend everyone that sent in their entries. Thank you very much for, trying your best to at least, send it. Some of you first sent it as, a text message. Then I asked you, because the sponsor said, okay, please, can I have the pictures of the writing so that I can see how it is? And then you were able to do that, which is commendable. Thank you very much. But while you were writing, I noticed a lot of errors. And that is why when it comes to your teacher grading your essay, you always say, I wrote this well now, I did this well now, I did this well, I did this well, not knowing that you made some mistakes. First off, when you are writing your essay, you need to think about the structure, you need to think about the way it is. And the proper structure in writing, you always need to have an introduction, you need to have the body, and you need to have the conclusion. The introduction is like a summary, or to introduce what you're about to say, what you're about to talk about, what you need to do. And you have the body, which is going to contain whatever it is that you have been asked to write. In this case, I gave you the question, give me your New Year traditions, what you do for the crossover, how you celebrate the crossover and the New Year traditions, and write out your resolutions, the resolutions and what and how you intend to achieve them. That is the question that I gave, and you attempted it. Kudos to you. I say good job. But before I go into the structure and everything, I want you to know the different kinds of writings that we have or we can get in English language. So we can address it from the root, and you can be able to write properly when it comes to your examination. And for those of you going to write WAEC, I saw that most of you are, in the age going to as writing your WAEC. I mean, I got 16, 15 years, and SS1, SS2, SS3, which is good. Thank you very much. But you need to know how to write for you to pass your examination. If you cannot write well, how will you be able to pass? Like I said, you all did well, you all did good, but you also need to know how to do it. Now, we have the descriptive kind of writing, we have narrative writing, we have creative writing, but don't let me go into those big ones. Let's talk about the narrative writing. Narrative writing is, you're telling a narrative. It can either be fiction or non-fiction. When you're narrating, it's just like storytelling. You're telling a story. That is what you can say a narrative writing is. We have the descriptive writing, which is like what I asked you to do. I asked you to tell me, to describe, and then to tell me the resolution and what you intend to do to make it work. You described some things, and then you gave me some reasons, of course, which is a detailed explanation. That is what a descriptive writing is all about. It involves detailed explanation of a place, a person, or some things, which we can say the essay, the competition from last week, is based on. We have other forms of writing as well. Are you having your pen and your paper ready? Are you writing these things down? Because I'm going to be asking questions, trust me. So expository writing, we have that one as well. It gives information and teaches us about some things. Oh, for instance, can you narrate how plant grows? Oh, when sunlight, comes to, when we plant, we first of all prepare our seed, we prepare our soil, and then when we give the soil, we do this one, we plant it in the seed. But then there are some chemical reactions that can occur in the soil that will make this look this and this. You describe how it grows. But then we have photosynthesis, which is like getting nutrient from the sun to the plants, and we have evaporation. We have this. Then that is like you're telling us, you're informing others how this thing is done. Persuasive writing is also part of it. You have it's like convincing someone to agree with your idea or action. This is where debate comes in, right? That is why I'm telling you, it's not to convince you, but to confuse. Sorry, not to confuse you, but to convince you that a girl child is more important than a boy child. This and that. That is when you now have the argument, the debate in your school. You are like giving me a persuasive kind of thing, but you are writing it on paper. That is persuasion. A lot of things, or they say in the school, tell me why you should do sports more than having mathematics class. That one will be very, very important, very, very interesting to you, because a lot of you don't like mathematics. So you now start to give me reasons why there must be mathematics, there must be sports class, or there must be mathematics class instead of this. There must be this instead of that. But when because sports sports can give me time to play. Sports can do this one. Sports will do this one. My brain is going to do this. I'm not going to sit in a lot of things that you will say, and you're going to try to persuade me that okay, I think and I believe that we should definitely have sports, and we should definitely have this in the classroom, which is persuasive writing. We have creative writing as well. I won't be going deep into all of these things. And yes, one of you called me and asked, should I write it as a letter or essay? We also have letters. We have the informal letter. We have the formal letter. There are different ways you can write that one as well. I'm not going to go into that because I didn't tell you to write a letter. But we have journal or diary writing, where you can just write in your journal, write in your diary. So now that we've highlighted all of those things, or we've highlighted this type of writing, remember, we have narrative writing, descriptive writing, expository writing, persuasive writing, we have letter writing, we have creative writing, we have journal and diary writing. So, how then can you write well that is going to impress your teachers and is going to, be attractive? Number one, the way you spell. I've already highlighted the structure of your writing. It has to have an introduction. It has to have a body, which is giving you details of what you're writing about, and a conclusion. The introduction is you introducing the topic. The body is where you highlight your point. And when you're writing, it's not supposed to be scattered. It's supposed to flow. Like, you need to highlight these things. For instance, when I said you should write, about your New Year resolutions, the traditions, and now you're going to go about it, I was expecting, first of all, that you're going to, just talk a little about the New Year, and then you go into the traditions. I mean, someone started with the Christmas celebration, although it was more than 250 words too. But someone started with the Christmas and then jumped to the New Year and then talked about the resolutions and then how. That is how it is. You don't start from the bottom and then put the bottom on top, and then it's not an inverted pyramid style. I don't want to go into the inverted pyramid style. Pyramid style is a form of writing in journalism, but we are taught to start from the top and then you flow to the bottom when you're writing in secondary school. You don't start from you don't start from the last information and then you start giving me what I need first. It has to be like a triangle form. You start from the top and then the bottom. You flow from the top and then to the conclusion. So we have the body, we have the introduction, we have the body, and then we have the conclusion. Now, when you are writing, your spelling, your punctuation, your pronunciation, the way you space. Paragraphing too is important, which is one of the things that I will use to jar most of you today. Your paragraphing is important, your structure is important, the grammar is important, the way the way you form your sentences, very important as well. Now, you can use examples to write, and you can then give the details. You must have the correct spelling, and then you can now have your essay good and good. So that's why you see that your teacher will have small circle. It will be red. I have up to 5 red pen. I have up to 100 red pen. This is my teacher, and this is my English teacher. She's not nice. It's not because they don't like you. It's because they are very cautious of little errors that you make, and they're trying to correct you. If you go back to your previous essays that you've written for your examination, you're going to see that. And if you check what you wrote, you will see that some things were pinpointed and highlighted so that you're not going to make the same error and same mistake again. So let us begin the write-up and begin to read everything that you sent in today. Wow. And no, please, I am not trying to discourage you. I'm just trying to let people know how you can, you can deliver your message. If you hear your own this morning, it's because I want to encourage everyone and to show that you did indeed send in your essays. It is not to make fun of anybody, but to, let people know how creative you can get. And also to see if I would give you a second chance to say, okay, go and rewrite it, or I am going to announce. Whatever way it goes, we'll see this morning. Let's start the reading. The second entry that I got was from Ibrahim Faraj, and Ibrahim Faraj is from Community High School Ido, SS1, and is 13 years old. He wrote it, topic, my family traditions of crossover night and my New Year resolution. Okay, if you're on Facebook with me, my children's essay is displayed. Like I said, it's not to discredit anyone, but to let you know that they indeed participated in this competition, and we are going to be dealing with it one after the other. I'll be very fast in the way I read. I have up to 6 entries here, so I'll make it snappy. In the early morning of December 31st, 2024, I was filled with so much joy because it was less than 24 hours to welcome another special and wonderful year. As a tradition of our family, we do go to church in the evening around 8 p.m. From this point, I did not know if it was a full stop or a comma, but maybe it's a comma because the next lettering is a small letter. Also be very cautious of the upper cases and lower cases and punctuations as well. So when it was to 8 p.m., we started our journey to church. On getting there, with my family, you had a full stop there. I guess that should be a comma. We met some people there who were also excited as I was through the smile on their faces. I didn't see a full stop, but then we have a capital letter. The service started, we sang, danced, we testify what God. There is a big error here. God shouldn't be written all in upper cases in capital letters. You should have God, the G should be capital, but we have O and D in lower cases. So I'm going to penalize you for that. What God has done for us and also the danger is saved us from. I'm going to the next page. When it was 5 minutes to 12 o'clock, we were asked to pray that the coming year should be a great year for us. After that, we started to count down from 30. And by doing so, we're all waiting to welcome the new year. At exactly 12 o'clock, I make sure that I shouted, Happy New Year. Okay, so for Raj, from this point, I guess there should be some kind of break, like a full stop, so we can have a continuation of the sentence. If I was your English teacher, I'll penalize you because it's not, the structure here is not so good. I shouted aloud, Happy New Year. Okay, I see that you have Happy New Year in capital letter as well. For Happy New Year, which is okay, I believe you should have an exclamation mark behind it. An exclamation mark is, that's one line and then boom, under, like Happy New Year. You can have it there, just one, comma. Then I look, it should be looked. Then I looked around and saw some people with their phones, should be phones, you wrote phone, wishing their friend a Happy New Year. Some, comma, some were taking pictures, some were outside making fireworks. There should be a full stop here so that your afterwards will be in capital letter. Afterwards, we did closing prayer and we all went to our various houses. Should be houses, not house. In the morning, we all married together. Afterwards, my dad asked each of us that what our New Year resolution was. Okay, I think you should have put it this way. In the morning, we all gathered together to celebrate the New Year, and my father asked each of us what our New Year resolution was. Then full stop. My siblings said then I got my dad the New Year resolution. Okay, then I told my dad that my New Year resolution is to improve better in my Yoruba and French subject. On Facebook, I'm flipping to the next page. I apologize for that. Okay, yep. Subjects to make it work out for me. I told my dad to buy me some textbooks, should be textbooks, containing the subject. I pray that my New Year resolution works out with the help of God. Oh my God, 11:45. Can I take everything? Okay, can I? All right, I'm going to Olariwaju Silas. Olariwaju Silas. His name of his school is. I'm not sure if I'm going to get this right. Abimota. I don't know if that is correct. International College. You're 16 years old. All right, you started. My New Year resolution, tradition, and resolution. As we welcome a new year, it's a common tradition for individuals to reflect on the past year and set goals for the coming year. Full stop. These goals, known as New Year's resolution, serve as a roadmap for personal growth and self-improvement. These goals can range from health and fitness resolutions such as exercising more and eating balanced diet to personal development goals such as reading more books or learning a new skill. Certain resolutions provide people with a sense of purpose and motivation to make positive changes in their lives or throughout their lives. In my family, we have a tradition of gathering together on New Year's Eve for a special dinner and countdown to midnight. We share our resolutions with each other, offering support and encouragement as we strive to achieve our goals in the coming year. It is a time of reflection, gratitude, and excitement for the for the possibilities that the new year holds. Okay. Also, I have set several resolutions for myself. I aim to prioritize self-care and mental well-being by integrating daily meditation and exercise into my routine. I also plan to focus on personal growth by reading more books and expanding my skills through online courses. Should be courses. Maybe one, but through online courses. I also want to emphasize spending quality time with loved ones, strengthen relationships that are important to me. In conclusion, New Year traditions and resolutions are a valuable way to reflect on the past year, set goals for the future, and embrace new opportunities. By participating in these traditions and setting meaningful resolutions, we can start the new year with confidence, purpose, and reward sense of motivation. Okay? I aim to make this year positive and fulfilling. Thank you. The next entry is from Matthew Favor. Matthew Favor, Dennis Group of Schools, 16 years. The new year is a time for resolution. It marks the beginning of a fresh year, bringing hope and a chance to start anew. My first New Year resolution is to get in better shape by exercising and going to the gym more. My New Year resolution for 2025 is to do better in my academics. Should be academics. And when you started, you did not start with a paragraph. I will penalize you for that. The new year should be in the paragraph. You didn't start with a paragraph. But no problems, we move on. Is to do better in my academics, not academic, and to think outside the box when it comes to schoolwork. My new resolution is to become a better student. I will become a better student by staying more after school. I will also pay attention in class. The new year brings hope, joy, and excitement as people bid farewell to the old year and welcome the new year with open arms. This year, I have 3 resolutions I want to focus on: working harder in school, staying active, and thinking more and to think more positively. The first resolution, the first resolution is to exercise more. The second resolution is to spend more time with my family. And the third resolution is to get earlier to my classes. Okay, we could say the third resolution is to go to school early. to attend early classes. Then the next word, my resolution. I have also made resolution previously, but like everyone else, I break them. But this time, I'll keep my resolution and put more effort into changing myself. I made a list of resolution then I plan to be following this year. However, my new resolution this year is to spend less time in writing storybook. My resolution for 2025 is to achieve my goals, be the best in class, and prioritize my physical well-being. Okay. I'm going to stop at Matthew Favor this morning. Why? Because I have more. And it's going to be unfair to announce the winner without going through everything like I did today on air. So, you can still be a part of this competition, actually. I'm going to give grace to those that could not, drop theirs last week. I'm going to give the grace so you can, be a part of the competition. And this time around, if you do not send in your entries by tomorrow morning, 12 o'clock, you have till tomorrow. By tomorrow, 12 o'clock, I won't have any more entries. So this is what the competition is about. I need you to write, a 250-word essay composition on your New Year tradition, how you celebrate tradition with New Year, how you cross over. I mean, someone highlighted the fact that they went to church. It was so descriptive. I enjoyed it. And some went further. I can't take everything today because my time is fast spent. So you're going to write your New Year tradition, your New Year resolution, and how you intend to make sure that they work for you. Those resolutions, how you intend that they work for you. So this is how everyone did theirs. You're going to send yours to 081 80 90 5832. 081 80 90 5832. You're going to write it in a sheet of paper, snap it and send. And then you're going to type it and send as well. I know why I said you should type. Not less than 250 words, but 250 words. I calculated some of the writings. Some exceeded 250, which will also be penalized. Don't call the number. Don't call the number. I said I'm already calling the number. Don't call the number. Please don't call the number. Just send your WhatsApp number, send it via WhatsApp. Send it via WhatsApp to that line, and I will see it and I will add it to what I am doing. By next week, the winners will be announced. From what we've done, I guess you should be able to pinpoint the mistakes that you've made and what you can do to make it better. You don't need to rewrite. Those that have it already, don't worry, don't rewrite. Your entries will be taken as priority. But for others, just send it as a WhatsApp message, write it in a sheet of paper, and be very, very, very clear. Send the pictures clearly so I can see them. Now, 081 80 90 5832. Please don't call the number. Just send a WhatsApp message. I will see the WhatsApp message and I'll respond accordingly. Okay, so can I still make one or two calls? Okay, so let me now give out a general question today. And this one you're going to be sending it to as a text message to 0904 422 2939. The first three entries, I'll give something out to you. The essay that I asked you to write, what sort of writing is it? That is the question. This one, don't send it to the number I sent earlier. Just send it to 0904 422 2939 as a text message. That writing, that essay, the composition that we're writing, what sort of writing is it? You can send your answer, your name, your age, send it to that number. I will see it and I'll acknowledge it and I'll announce those that won and got it. So what's the question again for the essay? The essay, I said, give me your traditions, your New Year tradition for crossover, your New Year traditions, what you do, your resolution, write about it, and what you intend to do to make sure that these resolutions are good, and what you intend to do to make sure that they work for you. Not less than 250 words, and maybe not so more than 250 words, but 250 words. So, my name is Favor Oloruntola. Please be safe and be safe. I see all of you on Facebook. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you. So I've done Matthew Favor. I did Silas. I think I did, I can't remember the last person I did, but I know that I've done just, don't call me, please. Don't call the number. Just send your WhatsApp message to that number. And if you don't send it before 12 o'clock tomorrow, I will not take the entries again. Have yourself a wonderful day. Remember the second question, this essay, what sort of writing is it? Send that one to 0904-422-2939 as a text message. I will see it. Good luck, and I want that entry before 12:15 today. Good luck. Have yourself a wonderful time. Bye. My name is Favor Oloruntola.
Solutions 93.9